Hello, my name is Greg Egan, and I'm a social worker with the Australian Association of Social Workers. And today I want to talk about 10 tips for setting life goals. So let's get into it. So, introduction. It's important to consider setting life goals as they are an important process that helps provide direction, purpose, meaning in our lives, both in the short term and the long term, and also motivate us to move forward and make us accountable in the actions we take personally. So consider setting some goals in your life. So, what we're going to do now is talk about 10 tips for setting these goals. So, the first tip for setting life goals to figure out where am I going to go in life? What do I want to do? Whether it's career goals, personal goals, relationship goals, just bucket list goals. Well, first, you want to take your time to reflect because you can't start setting goals unless you do a bit of a reflection. So, what I want you to do is take time to reflect on your values, your interests, your passions, your dreams, your bucket lists. Consider what truly matters to you, what brings you meaning in life, value in life, and what you want to achieve in the different aspects of your life, such as career, relationships, health, personal growth, and contribution to society. Write or type these out into categories so that you can start to break them down. And I started this process a few years ago with a Word document to actually look at how I was going to move forward. And that Word document just kept growing. I can tell you that. Number two, be specific. Make your goals specific and clearly defined. Instead of setting a vague goal like be successful, specify what success actually means to you. For example, it could be starting your own business, earning a certain income, or achieving a particular position, getting married, having children, traveling to certain countries by a certain age. Break your goals into clear and specific things that you're actually working towards. Number three, separate them into long and short-term goals. Because what we'll do, we'll set this huge long-term goal. But to get to that long-term goal, we've got to complete a lot of short-term ones along the way. Or they could be just ones that we're going to quickly turn over. So set both long and short-term goals. Long-term goals provide that broader vision of your life and where you want to end up, while short-term goals break down the steps into smaller tasks to achieve those larger aspirations. You want to keep yourself motivated. So as you are slowly moving through these short-term goals, ticking them off, this is motivating you and pushing you forward towards those larger goals. Make your goals realistic and achievable. Ensure your goals are realistic and attainable. Consider your current circumstances, your resources, your limitations. Set goals that challenge you but are within your reach with effort and commitment. It could help to analyze the resources available to you now that can help you gradually achieve the goals you're working towards, whether it's the social networks you have, the professional networks you have, the income you're currently on, the savings you currently have, the level of education you have, the type of jobs you can currently access, and also the dreams and aspirations of your partner when you are in a relationship can both be a resource and also a limitation, and a strength and also a barrier. So consider all these things. I always say to people, have a bucket list, pre-relationship, post-relationship, of things you want to achieve in your life. Make sure your goals are measurable. Make your goals measurable so that you can track your progress. Define specific milestones or criteria that indicate you are getting closer to your goals. This helps you stay motivated and allows adjustments along the way. Gradually tick off things as you achieve them so that you can visually see that progress. It could be a big Word document on a fridge. It could be a Excel spreadsheet you're working towards, or just a Word document you have on your computer, or just a book that you're working through. Whatever it looks like, track the progress. Consider sort of project management where they use those Gantt charts. Same sort of concept. you're tracking the progress of the project. Here you're tracking the progress of your personal goal. Time bound. Number 6, set deadlines and target dates for your goals. This creates a sense of urgency and helps you prioritize your efforts. Having a timeline also prevents procrastination and encourages consistent action. For example, you could be saving a certain amount of money by a certain date to go on that holiday you've always planned, or for a house or a car you've been saving for, or maybe you are working towards completing some qualification by a certain day, or maybe you have set dates as to when you want to achieve certain milestones in your life projects. So set some dates like you would normal at work. You're going to be setting priorities on timeframes you're going to complete things, and that then motivates you to complete these tasks at work. Now use that in your home life. The skills and knowledge we have in our workplaces, we can often transfer a lot of them to our personal lives. Number 7, balance. So strive for balance in setting life goals. Consider the different areas of your life, such as work, relationships, health, personal development, leisure. Setting goals in multiple areas ensures a well-rounded, fulfilling life. Remember that whole concept of work-life balance. You don't want to be just like working so hard that everything's about saving for that house. You want to have some balance in your life so you don't burn yourself out. So let's keep going. Number 8, flexibility. And the reason I point this one out is because life changes, life evolves. Barriers are put up in your way at different stages in your life. So remain flexible and open to adapting your goals as circumstances change. Life is totally unpredictable. So be willing to adjust these goals as needed to respond to new opportunities, new challenges. Goals are great, but don't be afraid to change them if you need to. And the reality is sometimes the goals we had when we're 20 years old that we had set for our next 10 years change by the time we're 30, but it's still good to have something that you're working towards. So flexibility. 9, break it down. Break down your long-term goals into smaller, manageable tasks, like I was mentioning earlier. This makes them less overwhelming and more achievable. Great action plans and to-do lists that outline the specific, create action plans, I should say, and to-do lists that outline the specific steps needed to reach your goals. Because if you just look at a huge goal of that, I want to become a manager in 10 years of this particular team, how are you going to get there? You can't just say, oh, I'm just going to apply and get it. You've got to slowly build those skills and knowledge to eventually get there. And so you want to create a plan on how you're going to get to that end goal and chip away at it slowly along the way. So breaking these bigger goals down into smaller ones can also make you feel like you are moving forward. Number 10, accountability and review. Hold yourself accountable for your goals. Remember, review your progress, make adjustments if necessary. Consider sharing your goals with trusted friends, families, mentors who can provide that support, encouragement, and accountability, or even write your goals out so that you can come and review them on a regular basis. And that's just to keep you on track, but to also remind you what you are working towards. And so that you are holding yourself accountable like you would at work when you do a job. You're going to try and do it to a certain standard so that, and you're holding yourself accountable for the work that you produce or the assignments you produce at university. Same concept. Here, you're trying to hold yourself accountable for the life goals that you're actually working on. So in conclusion, remember that setting life goals is a dynamic process, and it's okay to modify, refine your goals as you gain new insights and experiences. But stay focused, be resilient, and enjoy the journey towards achieving your goals. And if you've got any comments around this, please leave the comments below and around goal setting or any questions or anything like that. And if you like these sort of videos, hit like and please subscribe as I continue to bring more of this sort of content moving forward. And thank you for listening.